Jaime and I was a student at Heschel from 2008 to 2017. It's funny that I was invited to speak at this year's open house, as I actually spoke at the open house 7 years ago when I was in grade 8. In that speech, I wrote fondly about Heschel, describing it as a world that personifies the idea of seeing everything as amazing, a world that sees goodness in everything, a world of awe and wonder. All these years later, my appreciation of my time at Heschel has only grown stronger. Heschel is a school with a unique curriculum. It encourages an interdisciplinary approach to learning seldom seen in other schools. What we learn is connected to the environment, arts, culture, and Judaism. One of the most unique aspects of a Heschel education are the constant reminders that art is all around us. Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel, the school's namesake, said, "Above all, remember that you must build your life as if it were a work of art." Here, you master that. At Heschel, you learn that triangles are beautiful, that numerology is patterned, and that we paint pictures with our words. Even without holding a brush, we create art. This lesson I learned at Heschel is one I find myself referencing often. When I write, I create art. My aspirations to become a lawyer stem from my compulsions as an artist and a storyteller. In my psychology of child development classes here at McMaster, my professor often asks us to reflect on our own childhoods, the structure of our early curricula, the friends we had, and the adults who guided us in our formative years. When I think back on the Heschel curriculum, what I remember is how Heschel fostered a sense of exploration and discovery. While my peers describe how their early schooling taught them how to sift through textbooks, beaming, I declare that my early schooling taught me how to love learning. My 9 years at Heschel formed the bedrock of my Jewish identity, which I carry with me in everything I do. My involvement in the Jewish community is extensive and so important to me. In high school, I completed the Dillard Teen Fellows program, which allowed me to connect with other aspiring Jewish leaders from around the world. I've also stayed connected to the community through my involvement in Canadian Young Judea and Camp Elohim Canada, where I've been a staff member for the past 3 summers. As well, I have stayed connected on my university campus at McMaster, where I am an executive member of Hillel. This involvement in the Jewish community started at Heschel. Among my friends who attended Jewish day schools in Toronto, Heschel has consistently been recognized as producing the most fluent Hebrew speakers. I remember when my friends started at chat, they joked about learning lessons we'd already mastered in grade school. Although I didn't attend a Hebrew high school, my fluency in Hebrew remained important to me. Between high school and university, I spent 9 months in Israel. On my gap year, I worked with at-risk kids. Throughout this experience, my Hebrew language skills were put to the test. All the kids, as well as the therapists and psychiatrists I was working with, only spoke in Hebrew. I thought this would be a challenge since I went to public school and hadn't truly utilized my Hebrew skills since grade 8. But thanks to Heschel, my 9 years of Ivrit paid off, and I spent so much time speaking in Hebrew at work that by the end of the day, I was thinking in Hebrew. At Heschel, I made lifelong friends. The first friend I have in my speed dial is one I met when I was in SK at Heschel. As well, I've kept in touch with some of my Heschel teachers, updating them on my progress in school. Sometimes I'll get an email of an old photo or video a Heschel teacher dug up from when I was a student that they wanted to share with me. My teachers at Heschel were among the most caring educators I've ever had. Their excitement about what we were learning turned into mine. 7 years ago, I concluded my speech by saying, if your child ends up at Heschel in 10 years, it's likely your kids will look back and remember their amazing experience at this school and this community. It hasn't quite been 10 years, but so far, this is definitely true. I hope you choose to make Heschel your home, as I have for the past 15 years. Thank you.